Hello and welcome to Vision Language Experts. Happy New Year, everyone. In today's video, I'll be going through important crucial updates of 2024, how to get your scores in 2024, how to avoid the myths out there, and the important steps so that you can get your scores in the very first attempt. There are a few updates from PTE. First of all, PTE has increased the fees to $445 in Australia. They have also increased the fare in other countries as well. So it's not easy to give the exam again and again. So you need to be well versed, well prepared before going to give the exam. So there's a free tool out there, Vision Language Experts portal, where you can go and give the mock test for free, which will also give you the scores along with the feedback, and they will show you where you are lacking. Make sure that you give the mock test before going for the exam so you can work on your weak areas. And there are a lot of questions for you to practice, which are the exam questions, which is absolutely for free. So you can go and practice over there now. Now, let me talk about the myths. There are a lot of myths out there which are confusing the students. I'll be sharing the success stories of our students in 2024, where you will see that they have got the scores, and I'll be sharing those strategies with you as well. So stay tuned till the very end, because after you see those success stories, after you have understood those strategies, you can easily use them, replicate them in your upcoming exam. So let me firstly cover speaking module, then I'll be going through the writing module, then I'll be going through the listening, and then obviously I'll be covering the reading module. There are 4 modules in PT, we know, but not all the tasks are important. There are about 10 to 12 tasks which are important. So we will be telling you which task you need to prioritize and which tasks you can completely avoid. And what's the right way to approach those tasks will also be mentioned in this video. So let's talk about speaking module first. So let's start with read aloud. We are using 12-word strategy from years. There are a lot of students who are confused whether the 12-word strategy still work or not. There are students who have given the exam recently, and you can see on your screen that they have got their desired scores and they have got above their desired scores as well using this strategy. You can use 12-word strategy completely as it is, but make sure that you do not pick the sentence from the middle of the paragraph. Pick the first sentence, completely speak 12 words, and you will be fine. Okay. There are a few other videos where we have covered how to use this strategy. You can go and check it out. That will explain you how to properly implement this strategy so that in the exam, you don't miss out your read aloud marks. It's completely safe to use this. It is still working in 2024. Now let's talk about the second task, which is repeat sentences. But before I talk about the repeat sentences, let me again mention the new trial questions. Students, make sure that after 31st of Jan, don't skip the questions in speaking module, because the trial questions will not appear after 31st of Jan. So you have to be very careful that when you are going through the module after 31st of Jan, the speaking one, you read the introduction and you perform it properly without skipping any of the questions, as you might be doing now with those trial questions. Trial questions can come at any particular part of the speaking module, not necessarily at the end or the middle. But when you are actually performing the exam, always read the introduction so that you automatically know which question you're going to attempt now, and automatically you have the right approach towards that. So now let's talk about repeat sentence. Repeat sentence is very important task. It contributes a lot of marks towards listening. We know that. But very important thing which might students be missing is that the fluency is the topmost priority. Don't worry too much about the content if you have missed it. Don't hesitate. Don't self-correct yourself. Focus on the fluency. Focus on the consistent pace. There are a lot of recent exam questions which we keep on posting on a YouTube page. Go and practice from there. If those questions come in your exam, you must have already practiced them, and it's easy for you to answer them perfectly fine. So it is very important to practice from the recent exam questions. You can also go to the Vision Language portal to practice the recent predictions as well. Now, repeat sentences, it's very important to practice 30 minutes daily. It's not an easy task, but if you practice 30 minutes consistently on this, you will definitely get better marks in this task. Repeat sentences, the priority is not the content, the priority is the fluency. But yes, you have to cover at least 50% content so that you can get 2 marks for your listening module. Don't just be blank over there. If you have missed out the content, speak something, be fluent, but practice as much as possible from the recent exam questions so that you can get better marks not only for the speaking but also for the listening module. Now let's talk about describe image and retell task. Describe image and retell task are important. I would say describe image is the most important task for the speaking module. For describe image and retell lecture, the templates are very easy to use. We have explained you guys how to use those templates in our previous strategy videos. So go and check them out. For describe image and retell lecture, you need to be very careful which words you're picking, because not every word is a keyword, especially for retell lecture. For students who are trying to aim for 6 or 7 bands, you can avoid using the tough words for describe image. But if you're going to aim for 8, try to include all the important words. Make sure that you completely cover the content for the topic word from the describe image. The topic words in the describe image is very important part of the image. So make sure that you cover those words. And similarly for retell lecture, try to cover the words from the entire lecture. So cover some words from the top of the lecture, from the middle part of the lecture, and from the end part of the lecture. Now, these 2 tasks are very easy to perform. You have to be consistent with your speed. You have to be consistent with your pitch, and you will do just fine. Again, if you have doubt in this particular task, either it is describe image or either it is retell lecture, again, go to the videos which are already out there where we're explaining the templates for you, which are working perfectly fine still in 2024, and you can use them. Practice it the way we have explained over there. Practice it in the Vision portal, mark yourself, test yourself, and you will be fine in the exam. Answer short question, not so important, so you can skip this question for now. Now let's talk about writing module. Writing module, the very first important task is summarize written text. Then it is followed by essay. If you get 2 summarize written text, it is also almost equivalently important as your essay. But did you know in summarize written text, you also get marks for the reading module. So it's very important to not make any mistake in this task. Make sure that you proofread it very well. Make sure that you have gone through the text thoroughly and you're not making any spelling or grammar mistakes. Now, the essay part, it's a bit tricky for students because there are a lot of templates out there and students are getting confused which one to use, which one not to use. My recommendation to you is, and keep this in your mind, only use the template where they have covered all the keywords from the question. If you're finding a template where they have not covered enough portion from the question, that template won't work. Use only that template where the question content is covered in the template. That is going to work for you. Okay. Now, again, make sure that you revise the template, whichever template you're using. We have also shared the template video on essay as well. You can use that template and get the perfect scores. Now, for the essay part, make sure that you proofread it thoroughly so that you don't lose marks for your grammar or spelling. Make sure that you revise your template and you are going to get perfect 15 out of 15 for this task. Again, template based tasks, both of them easy to get perfect scores. So make sure that you don't make any silly mistakes. Now let's talk about the third module, which is reading module. Now, reading module, only 2 tasks are the topmost priority, which is reading and writing fill in the blanks and reading fill in the blanks. Then comes reorder paragraphs. Now, if I talk about the reading blanks and reading and writing blanks, you need to use the elimination method. You need to use the prediction method. You also need to scan and skim the paragraph. Okay. Understanding is very important. But along with understanding, improve your vocabulary, improve your grammar. There are a lot of questions from the prediction. If you practice them thoroughly, you do not need to rely on any external websites, external journals, external newspapers. You don't need to waste your time. Practice the questions from the repeated questions list or go to our portal, and over there you will find the questions which are a little bit difficult for you. Highlight those vocab and practice and improve your vocabulary from those questions only. No need to go anywhere else to improve your vocab. Similarly, make sure that you practice all the questions from the prediction files because there are higher chances of repetition as well. But that's not enough. Along with that, make sure that you are good with your basic grammar skills. You should know how to use the rules for the tenses. You should know how to use the rules for prepositions as well. For prepositions and articles, we already have the rules for you over there. You can go and check it out and you can easily understand how to use them, how to implement them in the exam. It's very important that you enhance your grammar as well, along with the vocabulary. But understanding is very important. Cramming is not the only solution. Make sure that you focus on reading and writing blanks and reading blanks more than the other part of the reading questions. If you're able to get more than 50% and close to 60% in your reorder paragraphs, that's more than enough for your 8 each band. Okay. But for reading blanks and reading and writing blanks, you need to perform well. And those two tasks are very scoring tasks. I have told you the way to perform. Understand the paragraphs. Make sure that you use the grammar skills. Make sure you use the vocab. And make sure that you use the techniques such as elimination method, scanning and skimming, prediction method, so that you can easily get your scores. And for the reorder paragraphs, again, pairing method is the best method. Try to find the pairs quickly and try to join other pairs along with that so that at least you get partial marking for the reorder paragraph, which is actually sufficient for you to get 8 each. Now, let's talk about the last module, which is listening module. Now, listening module, only 4 tasks you need to practice and you need to make sure that you get close to 100% in these 4 tasks. Summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blanks, highlighting correct words, and write from dictation. Now, these 4 tasks are very important tasks. If I talk about summarize spoken text task, it contributes marks towards listening and writing. Now, the template should do the job, but you should take notes as much as possible because those notes will play an important part for you to get the perfect scores in this task. There are a lot of students who make grammar and spelling mistakes in this task. So make sure that you proofread it again and again and you are well versed before submitting the answer with your actual performance which you have done in this particular task. Summarize spoken text, again, important task for your listening, for your writing. Template should be good enough for you guys to put all the keywords together, but make sure that you're not making any grammar or spelling mistakes. The second task which you need to look after in the listening module is your listening fill in the blanks. Again, important task for your writing and for your listening. Students are very conscious about this task, especially due to the spelling issue. There's a list out there which we give normally to the students. Okay. If you want that list, just put a comment over there that you want spelling list with your email address. We will send it to you for free of cost. Work on the spellings and make sure that you also go through the tense of the sentences as well, so that you don't make any mistake in the grammar with S or ES, with ED or ING while putting down those words in the answer. Okay. So spellings are important. If you lack in spellings, put down your email and we will send you that spelling list free of cost. We will also be focusing and we will also emphasize that make sure that you read the sentence if you're getting confused which tense to use while putting down your answers in the exam. Let's talk about the third task, which is highlighting correct words. Highlighting correct words contribute marks towards your listening and also towards your reading. Practice at a higher speed, guys, and be very focused when you're doing this task. Read along with the speaker so that you can pick up those errors quickly. Okay. Now you need a lot of concentration for this task. So I would advise you guys to practice this as much as possible. Practice at a higher speed. You can increase or decrease the speed at Vision Language Experts portal over there. Practice the questions with little background disturbances because those are the kind of questions you might see in your exam as well. Okay. The last and final task, which is write from dictation, is the most important task from your listening module. Use the initial strategy. Write down the initial letters for all the words. It is important for you to make sure that you use this strategy because this strategy will help you to get 100% content, guys. Now, sometimes in the exam, you might get a lengthy sentence. Sometime in the exam, you might get a fast sentence. So you need a strategy that works 100% of the time. Now, 100% of the time, this strategy works like a wonder. You can definitely add extra words as well. So don't believe in the myth where they are saying you cannot add the extra words, but make sure that you don't shuffle the words here and there. Don't shuffle the words. You can add definitely extra words. Make sure you use the initial strategy so that you can get the entire content. And this task is the game changer task. This is going to be very important task for you to get your desired scores for listening and for writing module. There are a lot of myths now, such as read aloud, whether the 12-word strategy works, whether a template works in essay, whether adding extra words in dictation still works. Guys, here are the results on the screen. These students have used the strategies, but they have used them the right way. They have implemented them the right way. You can use them as well, guys, because these students have used them and they have got their desired scores. So I would advise you not to believe in the myths out there. Don't confuse yourself. Be focused. Okay. Now, practice as much as you want from the Vision Language Experts portal for free. Okay. You will be getting resources such as one free mock test as well. Go and give a mock test yourself, get the feedback from the mock test, and understand your weak areas. I will be also sharing an email on your test performance as well, personally explaining you where you have lost the marks and a recommendation when you can book the exam. So go and give the exam, and you will be getting the plan from me as well, how to improve and where to improve and how much you need to practice on a daily basis in the email, free of cost, right after you give the mock test. So mock test is very important. Go and give the mock test. Write down a comment if you like this video. Also, please do tell me if you want me to make video on other topics. We have 3 branches currently, and there are the contact details on the screen. We teach online as well. If you need assistance, you can directly contact us, WhatsApp us, and we will help you to get your desired scores. Now, guys, if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Do hit the subscribe button and do let me know if you like this video, if this video was helpful, because it will really help me to make more videos like this. And I will be also reading out and replying each one of your comments as well. So guys, again, make sure not to give the exam blindly. Go and give a mock test yourself, then sit for the exam, because fees has increased. Okay. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. All the very best. Vishal here from Vision Language Experts. I'll see you next time.